Okay, everybody. Are you ready for some more fun? Then let's go. So today we're going to be discussing item 4-9. In item 4-9, which you see here, look at the figure. What type of figure is this? Can you guess? Very good. It's a sphere. So it's a sphere because, look, it's a circle such that it has something on the interior. Hence, it's a sphere. So now our objective is to solve for the volume and the surface area of the sphere. Kaya lang, there's a twist. Ganito kasi nangyari. We need to fill in the chart. Ibig sabihin, we need to input answers to the chart. You see, there's a chart here. We need to solve for the surface area and volume of a sphere, such that it has the following conditions. For a whole sphere, and furthermore, it's a whole sphere and a hemisphere. Remember, the whole sphere talks about the entire sphere itself, but a hemisphere talks about half of the sphere. So that makes it a bit trickier, but yet it's still easy. But don't worry, we can solve for all of it. You'll see how, okay? First, let's work out what we need to do now. First, it says here that the circumference of one circle is x squared plus 7x plus 364 centimeters. Now, all we need to do is to get the radius. How can we get the radius? Remember, to get the radius, it's d divided by 2. But to get what it says, the circumference is given. Hence, this is the formula that we're going to imply. Our formula will be pi times d is equivalent to the circumference. Remember, what's the circumference? X squared minus 7x plus 364. Tama? Actually, you can just change pi times d into pi times x na lang. So therefore, 3.14x is equivalent to x squared minus 7x plus 364. Alright? Now we can set our equation equal to 0. So we need to minus, so it will become 0 is equivalent to x squared minus 7x minus 3.14x plus 364. Tama? Then combine like terms. So 0 is equivalent to x squared minus 10.14x plus 364. Alright? Now we can already solve for the following. Ayun pala, if I were to look at my solution sheet, it goes like this. For a sphere, you only have one face, and for a hemisphere, you need two faces, alright? So in algebra, I did it this way. X squared minus 7x plus 3.64. Dapat 3.64 yan. Kasi po, it says here, it's in centimeters, alright? So therefore, we need to convert that to it's supposed to be 3.64 pala, not 364. 3.64 pala. Okay? So ganito siya. It goes like this. You see the solution sheet? X squared minus 7x plus 3.64. Kasi nga 3.14, kasi nga x pertains to the radius. Yun yung radius na hinanip namin. We thought x is the diameter. X pala is the radius. So ang radius ay tinatawag na x. Ah, okay. And you know naman, to solve for the radius, it's 3.14 times 2r. So therefore, 3.14 times 2x. So when we distribute, that's why it became 6.28x. Ah, kaya pala. And then with that, remember you saw the next step, it goes like this. We set it equal to 0. So diba remember, we set the equation equal to 0. So therefore, it becomes x squared minus 7x minus 6.28 plus 3.64 equals 0. Combining like terms, you should get negative 13.28x plus 3.64. Then, what we're gonna do is solve for x. To solve for x, ganito yung nangyari. The answer is supposed to be x minus 0.28 and x minus 13. Yun yung solution na hinanip namin. How do we get that solution? Let's see. First, ganito siya. Remember, x squared minus 13.28x plus 3.64. Tama? So we need to factor out. So we need to find two factors that can be multiplied to give you 13.28 and add to give you 3.64. So, di ba remember we have, actually, if I were to try not using the decimal first, we know that, ano to? Kasi nga we're supposed to get a positive number. So, it's either positive and negative. So, therefore, I think para mas direct, ganito yung ginawa ko. I do not know how you did it because it's decimal, pero I researched one time. The correct answer is supposed to be negative 0.28 and negative 13. So, if I were to test that out, diba, x times x becomes x squared. 0.28 times negative 13. Diba, remember kapag input namin sa calculator, this is supposed to be 24, 8, and then 28. Yan. 3.64, pero positive. And then when we add this up together, negative x times 0.28 is 0.28x. The negative 13, then combine like terms, we should get negative, tama. That's the answer we're looking for. It's negative 13.28x. Alright? So therefore, what should be our radius? Our radius can be either any of the two answers. But I think, to be honest, let's use the whole number na lang. Alright? Kasi nga we have two answers. So, ganito siya yung nangyari. And then after that, I try to check the solutions here. Check for 0.28. So, ito yung ginawa ko with the solution sheet. 0.28 squared. Diba remember, that's x squared. Last 30, last, ano yun? 7 times 0.28 plus 364. 3.64. Press the enter. You should get 1.7584. If I were to do this again, ganito siya. 3.14 times 2 times 128, you still get the same answer. Wait lang ah. The one on the right stands the if formula. If both of them are correct, ganito yung formula na ginawa ko. If both of them are correct, if this one is equivalent to this one, if then click the cell that you want, AJ97 is the same with AJ, AK97, correct or no? And if it's correct, I say correct. And it is correct. On the other hand, we got 81.64 because of 13 squared. Yan. So tama nga, our radius is supposed to be 13 centimeters. So that's the radius for this problem. Take note, our radius is 13. We can use 0.28 if we want to. Kaya lang what you will, this will make the decimal a bit more harder. Kaya to make life easier, 13 na lang tayo. Okay? So now our radius is 13 centimeters. Alright? 13 centimeters to. Kasi nga it says centimeters. Alright? So 13 siya. Alright? Pero, it's double. So therefore, it's 26. Pero it's 13 in general. Okay, now we can solve for the surface area. To solve for the surface area of a whole sphere, it's very easy. Diba remember the formula? Pi times the radius squared, it's like getting the area of one circle then multiplied by 4. So, ganito kasi yung nangyari. Okay, so yun po yung ginawa ko dito. So, therefore, it's pi, diba pi is 3.14. 3.14 stands for pi. Times the radius squared, diba the radius squared is 13. 13 times 13 is 169. Then multiplied by 4. So, you should get 2,122.64 square centimeters. That is the answer for what we got here. But, we need to convert that to meters squared. To convert that to meters squared, ganito siya. You know the relationship goes like this. Okay, so 1 square meter is 100 centimeters. But because we're going to square it, we're squaring 100, so it makes it 10,000. So with that, we move the decimal point 4 places to the left. So therefore, as we do so, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's supposed to be 0.212264 square meters. So that is the volume, so that is the surface area of the whole sphere. But wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. Don't think we're done yet kasi po, mayroon pa tayong hemisphere. So what if kung naging hemisphere siya? Yes, that's why I ask you some supplementary questions. Kung naging hemisphere siya, you get the area of the sphere and then divide that by 2. So ganito siya. Diba dito, what I did was this. ang ginawa ko dito, yes, it's 3.14 times 13 squared times 3. Ay, yes! Bakit times 3 na lang? Kasi nga, ang general formula ng surface area ng sphere ay pi times the radius squared, which is the area of one circle, times 4. But because it's half the sphere, to go around it, we need 4. But half of it is only 2. But take note, you still have a circular base. Ganito siya, di ba? So here, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. But we only want to get half. But what we didn't know was that there's also a central base, such that it's shaped like a circle. So we got a supplementary circle there. That is congruent. So that's why it's 3. 3 times 3.14 times 13 squared. And you should get, ano yung sagot? 1,591.98. Then, when we convert that to meters squared, we shift the decimal place 4 places to the left. And becomes 0.15998. Yes. So, yun yung sagot. If you were to look at the conversion here, ganito siya yung nangyari. 1 square meter is 10,000 square centimeters because we squared it. So, ganito siya yung nangyari. So, with our answers that we have here, we divide it. Very good. Don't celebrate yet because we still need to get for the volume in millimeters squared and meters squared and to convert that to liquefied units as well. Kaya to get the volume of the sphere, ang volume ng sphere ay mabilis lang yan. Ang volume ng sphere ay, yes, that is the volume of a sphere. The volume of one sphere is pi times the radius cubed times 4 divided by 3. So, yun yung formula. So, ito yung ginawa ko. So, if I were to go to this formula that you see here, our volume of the entire sphere should be, what? 9,198,106.667 cubic millimeters. Ay, wait. Kasi nga we're supposed to get that in cubic millimeters. Paano nangyari yun? Ganito kasi nangyari. First, what I did was, I did A94. So, where's that A94? Yung ginawa ko, I first did liquefied units first, 2 ml. Kasi nga cubic centimeter is worth ml. So therefore, 3.14 times 13 cubed times 4 divided by 3. And the answer we get should be, yes, normally we're supposed to get 9,198 cubic cm. That's convert to milliliters. Alright? Now, if I were to convert that to cubic millimeters, diba remember the conversion is like this. 1 meter is 1, diba dito, 1 cubic meter is 100 cm. But because we're cubing it, it's 100 cubed. And 100 cubed is 1 million. So tama, I moved the decimal place 6 places to the left. Which makes it, tama ba? Ah, yes, because I convert that to cubic millimeters, I have to move the decimal place 3 places to the right. So, 1, 2, 3. Kaya, it's 9,198,106. Tapos, if I were to convert that to cubic meters, that's the time I shifted 6 places to the left. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, sa 9, 5, 6. So, tama nga. So, that is the volume in cubic meters. Tapos, semisphere. Sige, I think I'll make a part 2 of it. Wait na lang.